Hello guys and welcome back to World Warship and my channel, and today a very brand new ship. She does looks good, does she? I'm talking about the this lovely cruiser Amalfi. It's a tier 8 silver tech 3, and I believe guys she does have one unique feature about this ship. Of course she's good looking, but I believe, without saying too much, she is by far the fastest cruiser in this game, if you take away the speed boost from the France. And also I can definitely see her maneuverable. She's pretty maneuverable, but of course guys, this match, it's absolutely lovely, and I do apologize about this replay glitch. It's a top dog, and we have a huge pleasure to watch this awesome captain one-shot monster from EU server. So this map, it's hotspot and it's a domination mode. What does the line and the Italian line brings to the table? I believe guys, my honestly opinion, the reason number one the Italian Tech 3 arrived to this game is to please the battleship's captains. I mean, seriously, if you are a high tier battleship or even mid tier battleship, and you know there is an Italian cruiser who would like to spam you with AP or this samey sap shells, all you need to do is to survive. Extremely easy is to stay bow on, and that poor devil will not put you on fire and not harm you whatsoever, but you will harm him. So it's take your best shot to me. I'm a battleship, you Italian cruiser, do your tiny stuff and try to disengage, because that's the only thing you can do. Of course you may argue that there are kind of unique in that regard. It has a very unique smoke. So guys, smoke, it's great, and spotter plane I highly recommend for everyone who's trying to grind this line. It's because it's increase your main armament range. I also like the speed and the maneuver. However, the problem is that she seems big. She is as big as a Mogami or even bigger somehow. I mean, seriously guys, Mogami's nothing crazy. I do love the guns. I do like how she moves left and right. I'm talking about the Japanese cruiser. The lack, it's about the range, I know, but you have potent, strong guns to put your enemy on fire. Even if the shell will hit a target and will not pen, there is still a chance that you might put him on fire. Okay, how about the Italian cruiser? Well, you only have SAP and AP, and SAP probably it's the best armor and the best shall I say shell versus extremely light cruiser with no armor like Minotaur or British light cruisers and the destroyer. But once again guys, even the secondary from most of the battleships I'm talking about, they do whopping damage towards the enemy destroyer. So you see over there, you will have a lot of non-pen. Over there it was half of the shells did 0 damage, and Vladivostok is probably one of the best bow-on ship at tier 8. You see what I'm talking about? One paint for 800 damage, that is a lot, right? But the thing is, here's the deal guys, you're not gonna kill a battleship or a cruiser anytime soon. Even if you're staying like this, captain staying for let's say 15 minutes, the chance that you will kill a Vladivostok, it's kind of pointless. And you don't have the range, by the way, you know. He's a very max range right now. So how you play Italian cruiser? You are using your guns and speed and maneuver and playing at the max range. How is that? I believe, without say too much, of all tier 8 cruiser, I believe that this cruiser, Amalfi, and the Japanese cruiser has the largest citadel and easiest to kill. And of course, you may argue that it's kind of a hard. This one, sure, it does have 3 smokes, so you can easily disengage. But the problem is that you don't have any crazy good torpedoes. You don't have any crazy good alpha damage. That's the lacking about this ship. I'm talking about alpha damage versus anything. The Mogami, for instance, has 10 guns and it's absolutely littered versus everything which has bad armor. However, you can still have amazing, I don't know, 10, 15 fires in one battle. That's nothing crazy about the Japanese. Slow reload, I'm talking about Atago and all those 203mm heavy cruisers, but alpha damage is definitely there. I'm talking about Myoko and all those Japanese cruiser, which I find myself say they are pretty solid, pretty strong. And the armor are way better than the Italians ones. Now, the biggest downside that what I definitely see this ship, it's that it has lack of hydro radar or some tools to help your team. The only way I can see it is some kind of a support from long range, but you know, I believe that your best weapon is to disengage and kite the hell out of there and probably send some torps. The torps are slow, but they are long range. I do believe 12 kilometers. But guys, seriously, it's hard to be honest with you. If you've never played a cruiser and you start, oh, that's Italian cruiser, let's grind it. Well, I would like to say it, don't do that. You might regret it. And I'll also very much talk about the IHS latest game of some very weird decision from Wargame decide to make the Giovanova one of the crappiest cruiser of all times. And because of the SAP and no smoke, and also ridiculous long reload and ridiculous shall I say short range, that makes probably even for the Tech tree, I'm talking about the entire Italian Tech tree line, hard and very hard to play because of this extremely long reload of the guns. You're not a DPM monster. Even you do big numbers and big damage towards a destroyer, but because of the guns reload, it takes ages to reload. Most likely other cruiser will do a better job, you know what I mean? And the same thing goes here, guys. Sure, you do have smoke, you do have pretty good concealment, and you're very agile, but you don't have heal. Remember, the next cruiser line will be the British heavy cruiser, which will have heal from, I don't know, from tier 4 or tier 5. So you have same big caliber guns with HE with 15% to put your enemy on fire and heal, and it's a big thing, you know what I mean? Sure, you don't have quite as speedy as this one. This is pretty much a speedy demon, one of the fastest tier 8 cruiser in this game. And you have smoke, that's fine, but when the smoke is gone, or like right now, then it's a different story. Then you just pray the York or the battleship does not look at you in the wrong way. Always need to pay attention of your position and your angle. Your angle is absolutely the most important, because if you do not angle, okay, that was one pretty good salvo, 5,000 damage. But something else, guys, and this is kind of important to mention. In this game, Wargaming rewards you if you do big whopping damage. But remember, the Italian cruiser are not a DPM monster. Sure, I can see that those sap was pretty nice, good versus cruisers and destroyers. However, I also see that versus battleship kind of a struggle a lot. And like this, that was pretty dang good example. 1 pen for 800 damage, that's all you do. And by the way, when you hit an enemy part that it's has taken a lot of damage, then you do even less damage with sap. So I don't know, guys. To be honest with you, I personally will not grind this line. It's not fun. But the reason number one, it's lacking of DPM versus almost every single other cruiser line. DPM is kind of important. It's very important. Because in this game you get rewarded if you're doing a lot of damage, a lot of torpedo hits, a lot of flooding, a lot of fires and so on. But when the chance that you put someone on fire, it's 0 and get flood and torpedo hits, almost you're I'm not saying you're not gonna find some situation you can use the torso, always lovely, and the angle are fantastic. It's just that now it changed to AP. I do believe this is AP salvo. Dancing 6, nothing crazy, guys. Seriously, I mean the like Resenini, it's not the bad armor, and you know it has some angle, so that's the reason it could not do better. But the thing is, guys, imagine yourself like Genoa and also this ship, one of the largest cruiser in this game, as large as a battleship. Of course that the battleship have all great in the wall to kill you and do whopping big damage, because your upright citadel, it's a huge as a house, and it's almost impossible to not hit hard. Of course, if this Baltimore is paying attention, or like this captain is trying always to disengage, and okay, now it's a tricky situation. There's two ships aiming at this, but now if you fire right now the guns, he will be detected in the smoke. Now he didn't. Maybe he wants to thought that's the only thing he can do. Well, someone put the radar. Now he's in big trouble. Oh, remember, this is only tier 6 battleship, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Baltimore popped the radar. Okay, and then it's destroyed. Wow. And the guns reload awful bad. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, guys. Well, there is definitely one thing about this cruiser which makes... Oh man, that was one ridiculous torpedo and a safe salvo. I believe that's the gimmick. You delete destroyer like there's no one's business, like that one. One heck of a salvo did close to 12,000 damage with those huge safe. Thanks guys for watching, and always captains, fair seas, and goodbye.